revisit something that we've done in a previous tutorial, but in a more concise way, so a shorter version basically. So we have inside the subpanels an inline edit button that appears here, and the goal of today's exercise is to change the way that this button here behaves. So the first thing that we'll do is we will consult the metadata file for this layout here. So we're going to open up the module which we're seeing right here that hosts the subpanels, and we're going to find the layout definition for this specific subpanel here. So in our case, it's going to be inside the following location. So we're going to go to the custom extension modules, UN inventory extension layout defs, and then the name of the subpanel. Maybe in a different location for you, but most of the time this is going to be the format. So right now what we're going to take a look at is what is the subpanel name used by this subpanel. So by default it's just going to be default. So what we're going to do is we're going to change it to something unique. So in this case I'm just going to call it non-realtor. And now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and create the file which is going to be used when displaying this subpanel file as the subpanel. So the first thing we'll do is we'll grab it from the original source. So we're going to copy the file and then extend it. So the file is going to be found inside the following location. So it's going to be in modules, the name of the module. We're going to go to metadata and we're going to find it in subpanels. So it's this file here. So you remember before this was default. So this is going to match the file name here. So let's switch back. We're going to copy this file and then we're going to put it inside the custom folder, which will allow us to then extend this original metadata file in an upgrade safe manner. So by putting it here, when we upgrade the SuiteCRM, it's not going to be affected. So you may not have the folder there, so we may need to create it. So the name of the folder is going to be subpanels, like so, and here we're going to drop our file default. So this time we're going to call it non-realtor. Okay, and then we're going to take a look at it here. So just as a very quick example, let's do a test here. So you see we have the remove button here. Let's go ahead and see what happens when we comment it out. So I'm going to comment this out, going to save, then we're going to repair and rebuild. So we're going to go to the admin, look for repair, and then quick repair and rebuild. So once this is done, let's go ahead and see if the effect actually took place. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what happens. And we're getting this beautiful error message. So this is a good learning opportunity here. The problem is that I extended the wrong metadata file. So what I was doing is I was working inside this module, but that's actually a mistake. So I should have been working inside the module that is shown, because what we see here is basically a miniaturized list view. So my mistake is easy to fix. What we'll do is we can completely get rid of the file that was created here. So the subpanels that was used here is useless. So this is going to be deleted, just so we don't clutter up with useless stuff. And then we're going to go to the modules. We're going to go to the module that is shown here. So in this case, it's going to be the non-realtors module. So metadata, subpanels, default. So we're going to go ahead and copy this. Then once again, we're going to go to the custom folder. So custom modules, name of the module metadata. Then we're going to do paste like so. Okay. Then we have the stuff that was pasted. We're going to rename it. non-realtor here, and then we'll do the test once again. So the remove button will go like this. We'll repair and rebuild. I'm doing it on my second monitor so you don't see it. And then we're going to refresh and see if it actually worked this time. And voila, so there you go. You see, so the remove button is now gone. So now we're one step away from actually getting the behavior that we want. In this case, what we're going to do is extend this edit button here. So we're going to, this is basically a widget. So we're going to copy this widget, we're going to extend it and then modify it. So essentially we're just copying it and changing stuff in it with a different name. So subpanel edit button, non-realtors, like so. So in a pretty similar fashion as last time, what we're going to do is go to the following location. So we're going to take the default one, meaning the default file, and then modify it. So going to go to the include generic, then sugar widgets, and let's see. So before it was subpanel edit button. So that's what it was. So sugar widget is prefixed by sugar widget and then the name, which is going to be sugar widget subpanel edit button. So that's the one that was here. We're going to copy it, and then we're going to move it to the custom folder. So custom, then include generic sugar widgets. Here we're going to paste it, but with a different name. So it's going to be sugar widget subpanel edit button non-realtors. So that's the one that we saw here. Okay, there we go. Now it's a matter of making our modifications. So don't forget, very important here is we need to have the same, we need to use the same class name as the name that we're giving it here, except for there's no sugar widgets in front. So you see here, it matches exactly what we have here. So basically, but prefixed by sugar widget. So hopefully that makes sense. So for the example's sake, let's see, I'm going to put here the following word. So this is what is going to return the actual button text. Then we're going to go here, we're going to repair and rebuild, and then see if the effect actually took place or not. And as you can see, this worked. So a more interesting example here, which is going to be give you something more sophisticated to work with, is was used in a different button that I edited. So the way that you can do it to make it like clean basically is to build up gradually your link. So as you can see, the way that I did is I started off with the very initial part of the URL, and then I added stuff on it. So the module name, this is going to be the module, this is going to be the record of which is going to be opened from this module, and then this is like the custom URL parameters that were added as well, which will get read by this module. So once the stuff has been built up, I basically included it like so. So href, and then followed by the URL that was added here. So if you found this video at all helpful, please do leave a like and subscribe, as more of these videos are definitely going to be made in the future. Thank you so much and have a great day.